Thank you for listening to another episode of the Upstate Golf Guys Podcast, where 518 golfs the Cape. We hope you enjoy. We are back. Yes, it is Tuesday again. The weeks go by pretty quick, don't they, Mikey?
Yeah, they do.
I don't know. There was the old saying, days, weeks, and years go by fast, and days go by, or hours go by slow, or something, or
I don't know that one.
something weird, some sort of saying. I don't know, but yeah, they go by too fast. I know they go by fast now.
Fucking blink of an eye.
Because I see my daughters growing up so fast.
It's already the middle of May.
Yeah, I know. Summer's already over, bro. What do you mean? Summer's already over. So we got Mikey and I here doing it by ourselves. Roger, you there? Roger. Yeah, Roger was supposed to make it here tonight, but
cooking too much, man.
He just fell asleep. He crashed uncontrollably.
I'll guarantee you his body said, "Nah, you're done.
You ain't going out there." So Roger works for DeCrescent. He goes in at like 3 a.m, especially in the spring and summer.
I think he's still golfing.
No, he goes. He's snapping. Trust me. He just went nonstop.
He's want to get another 9 in.
I'm telling you, the dude's nuts. He just doesn't sleep. The man that does not sleep. But it's all right. We got this tonight, Mikey. Yeah. I have an awesome guest coming on tonight. I am like extremely excited about this one. I'm actually a huge fan. We're going away from the golf world for our guest, but we're going down the Cape Cod world. Super excited to have Rebecca Cutter on, the creator of Hightown, which is a show that this takes place in Cape Cod. Mike, you haven't seen it yet, so have you? It's just really edge of your seat suspense. Really well written. The cast is just, you could tell the chemistry between everybody.
Now, if you were to compare it to a show, what would it be like?
What show? God, man,
Shameless.
No,
Weeds.
No, not even like that. It's mixture.
Dexter.
Oh yeah, 100% modern.
Like it's not like back in the 80s.
Nope. Most of it takes place in Provincetown. A lot of drugs in the Cape. I actually know that, especially in Hyannis. It's just known to have a really, everywhere now. There's the heroin epidemic or pandemic.
Promiscuity.
I can't compare it to anything, man. Monica Raymond is in it she's in Chicago Fire. And then what's his name? Armari Nolasco, I think is his name. He's in Jailbreak. So they're the two main characters that you would know. But yeah, good question, Mike. What I would compare it to.
You ever see Mayor of Kingstown?
No.
With Jeremy Renner?
No.
That's a good one.
Okay, a lot of drugs and drug running.
Just a couple clips that I seen of, and the couple.
This is the cartel. A lot of the cartel is involved with the drugs and getting it.
Yeah, okay, that kind of feel.
Yeah. You would like it. You really would. But yeah, we're actually having the creator on and the producer, and she's actually, it's going to be cool to hear the inside and out of what goes on in Hollywood. I'm really excited, man.
Right. We played around with a couple kids at Freer Park that were working on the Gilded Age.
Yeah, man. Soon enough, we might be invited on set. Let's go.
Might have to get on that Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore too. Just released. That is official. Netflix released the news. I mean, we heard the rumors about Happy Gilmore too, but yeah, it's dope.
What do you think about the Tiger Woods?
Oh God! So Mikey
growing the goatee.
So Mikey had
just trying to connect dots.
Mikey had he had a little theory before we hopped on, and I love it. Mikey, why didn't you say what you think is going to happen?
Well, I thought it was weird that he started growing a goatee, and if you realize that Chubbs has a goatee in Happy Gilmore, he's supposed to be playing the younger Chubbs.
Okay, are they going to do a dedication scene of Chubbs at a younger age?
I hope so, man.
When he's maybe gets the hand bitten off by the alligator, maybe that scene.
Could be.
How awesome would that be, dude?
That would be epic, dude.
That really would be. I
can't stand Tiger, but it would be epic.
I think he could play a good part. Yeah, I love the idea. I just don't want them to ruin such a good movie from the original.
I don't think Adam Sandler's going to do that.
You don't think he'll let that happen?
No. I think that's why they've held out this long.
Okay. Yeah, the guy doesn't put out too many flops. He really doesn't. And he knows.
Roger just hit us up. Yo, I'm going from here. I fell asleep.
Oh,
I knew
boy.
It. Did I call that or what, dude?
Do we have to send him the link?
Go ahead.
Do we have to send them the link? Hold on, Roger. All right, we just sent Roger the link. He should be on shortly. We're going to bust his chops bad. I can't wait till he gets on.
Right, just taking a nap, bro.
Just taking a nap.
You can feel for that.
Oh, man. So our Cape Cod course of the week coming up is a fun one as well. It's my dad's favorite Blue Rock golf course. Mikey, we haven't really been interested in playing because it is just a par 3 course, but is beautiful. I want to
play it, dude.
It's really beautiful.
I got to start working on the par 3s because they get in my head.
When you see Cape Cod Golf Guys review, you'll see it's just beautiful. Like it really is. They give it a great review. I'm excited to give you guys that review, and we're going to talk a little bit about the PGA Championship coming up, which starts. It actually will be over with when this episode drops, but we're recording it the night before it starts. So we're going to give our predictions, and it'll be interesting to see what we have to say after, it'll be aired afterwards. So let's see if we were right when we do our predictions. What do you think, Mikey? Who do you like this weekend? There's a lot of live guys in there.
I'd like to see Brooksy. He's been hot.
He's been winning. I mean, he always is. I think he has 3. Or no, he's got 3 or 4 PGA championships under his belt already. They got Scotty Scheffler as the favorite. Rory right behind him, as always, and he'll just flop again. But I don't know. He filed for the divorce. Maybe the wife was a pain in the ass.
Dude, I mean, the dude had so much on his plate. I think that's just why he was playing shitty.
Yeah, so maybe
obviously the wife.
So maybe he'll come out. It'll be interesting to see how he plays with some
a little bit more of a clear head.
Yeah, maybe. So John Rahm.
See the meme that got dropped about him?
No.
All the stuff that he's been going through. This is Rory on the range, and it shows one of the dudes doing a long drive.
Oh God,
with the swing going nuts. It's fucking great, dude.
Oh man, I almost feel bad for him now. He's obviously been through some
He
shit.
made his bed, bro.
So we got John Rahm and Brooksy both at plus 1,600. Bryson, he might play this course well because I guess from what I heard, at Valhalla you can just crush the ball, especially on the front nine. It's just wide open.
Yeah.
So Bryson might be able to just go at some of these greens. Hammer the ball. Tell you the
truth, Bryson's he's been stepping his short game up.
Yeah. Oh, he's been putting great.
A bit, so
another sleeper might be DJ. He's plus 8,000. He's down on the board now. I think after the way he played at the Masters, people are like, yikes. But you never know what DJ you're gonna get. A real interesting one. Is Willie Zalatoris is plus 7,500. That's really some good money. He always shows up at majors.
Really?
Yeah, he comes in. I think he came in like third or fourth 3 years in a row at the PGA Championship. He's always right there. So, but he's down there on the odds board. So we'll see.
So it's playing like a long shot.
He's playing like a long shot. Yeah, the favorites are really Scotty, Rory, Xander, Rahm, Brooks, Atberg, and then DeChambeau is still a favorite. Morikawa's plus 3,000. Max Homa plus 35. Speaking of Max Homa, did you see Max Homa was hanging out with Bobby Fairways, dude? Fucking Bobby Fairways just grew to he was heckling these guys. Now he's hanging out with them and playing rounds. I mean,
you'd love to put one on his backside.
Shut up. I have a little bit of a man crush on Bobby. I do. He inspired me a little bit doing this thing, and you're funny.
You would. I love you, Bobby.
I do. Bobby Fairways. Oh man, what the hell is this guy doing, Roger? I need you here, buddy. I need you backing me up.
He's coming.
He's coming. All right. There he is. There.
He woke up to join us.
Wow. How was your nap?
Listen, buddy, when you play golf 6 days a week.
What time did you go into work this morning?
I woke up today at 2:30.
And then you golfed at what time?
12 o'clock.
Okay.
Right.
I forgive you. So a little quick recap.
6 days in a row.
Quick recap. We are
sleep at like 2 hours at a clip, huh?
Yeah, bro. It's catching up to me though.
Quick recap. We busted.
I said that. Wait till you hear the first part of the podcast.
We busted your balls. A recap. We busted your balls. We busted your balls a little more. And then we busted your balls some more. No.
No, it's all good. I mean, I didn't drive 3 hours with all my friends to take a nap, but it's all good.
Okay. It's all good. Honestly, no, really, all we talked about, I'm really excited about our guest coming up. We're going away from the golf world a little bit. We're going into Hollywood and the Cape Cod world with Rebecca Cutter, creator of Hightown. You know, I've been excited about this one, Roger.
Oh, yeah. I watched a couple episodes like a while ago when it first came out, but it was one of those things where I had just so many things I was watching at the time that I never stayed in it at the time.
Yeah, I know. It's really honestly these are my 3 favorite shows. Is Breaking Bad, which is above Sopranos. Everyone's like, it's not Sopranos. No, Breaking Bad, because of the way it was just put together. The final episode, the final season was just poetic. Then Sopranos, I think everything was perfect with the Sopranos except for the ending. I wasn't really a big fan. I don't think many people
that ruined it for me, dude. I can't even rewatch it anymore.
So it pissed a lot of people off. And honestly, my 3rd favorite show, I swear to God to you, is Hightown. And it truly is amazing acting, amazing writing. I'm really excited to talk to Rebecca about this. I know she has a lot going on too. She's gonna
I like the one actress. She was in Chicago Fire.
Yeah, Monica Raymond. Yeah, she's the main. So
yeah.
She's got she's got a little bit of a drug problem and alcohol problem in the show, and it's part of the battle is getting sobriety. And she's an awesome actress. The guy, I keep forgetting his last name. I think it's Amari Nolasco. I can't pronounce it. He was in Jailbreak. You would recognize his face. He's another one of the main characters. And there's a lot of upcoming actors in that. One of my favorite ones, Atkins Estamond. He plays a badass dude, Osito.
Was this all filmed in the Cape?
90% of it. They moved season 3 to, and I'm going to ask her about why they moved season 3 to Wilmington, North Carolina. Might be just money issues. Who knows? She'll give me that scoop. But I'm really excited to have her on. But yeah, we're going to talk for our golf fans. We're going to talk a little golf first before she comes on. Yo, how we were just talking about Happy Gilmore 2 is official, Raj. How about that? What do you think?
I never get excited for sequels, to be honest with you. As we were talking about last episode with Marty, there's just really no good golf content shows out there. I don't know.
But listen to this here. This This might get you
25 years ago.
This might get you a little more excited, though. Our theory, Mike, go ahead, say it again, repeat it for the listeners as well.
Did you realize Tiger Woods growing a goatee?
Yeah.
You know who had a goatee in Happy Gilmore?
Chubbs.
Chubby.
So maybe we're gonna do a dedication scene to Chubbs when he was younger.
He's supposed to be playing him
out in the golf course, right? How about the scene of getting the hand bitten off? Damn alligator bit my hand off.
I mean, that's a good concept, but I mean, I'm just not a bit. I can't really tell you too many good sequels.
You're right.
That's the problem.
You're right.
That's the problem.
Caddyshack 2 sucked.
Yep.
I mean, golf sequels, that is.
Even any sequels in general. Just
you're right. Never. I mean, the problem is that's why I told Mikey is Happy Gilmore is such a classic. I don't want them to ruin it. But he doesn't think Adam will let that happen. Sandler will let that happen. You know.
I don't think Adam's gonna let that.
I don't either. I just feel like it's 10 years too late. But golf is popping again. It's popping.
It
wasn't popping 10 years ago. So,
dude, I think he got social media pressured into doing the second one.
So do I. That's why I hope they do it right if they do it.
It's going right to Netflix as well. It's not going to be in the movie theater or anything. It's going to drop right on Netflix, which that's the thing people are doing now. It's I don't know if it's more of a genius thing because people don't want to leave their damn house.
And there's no good movies in the theaters really nowadays anyway.
No.
I heard Paige Sporanic's going to be in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Is she the new
hearsay? I don't know, man.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Is she the new the woman of golf who's his girlfriend there in Happy Gilmore? She might be the new one.
Oh yeah,
the reporter lady or whatever the girl was that he went on the ice skating rink, you know. That scene, the classic Endless Love, where the guy was singing along.
Yeah.
Oh, classic. So dude, we were going down the list of the PGA Championship odds, and they look a lot like the Masters odds. It's so funny. You got Scotty at the favorite plus 450, then Rory right behind him, which he was second in line in the Masters, and Xander, John Rahm, Brooksy, third, fourth, and fifth in line. You think a favorite's going to take it home, the PGA Championship, or it's going to be funny because this is going to be dropping on the Tuesday after the championship. So it's like see how right we are.
Let's see. So honestly, the top two names got a lot going on off the course. You got Scotty just had a baby, and now obviously in the news with Rory going through the divorce. So, I mean, there's a lot. Like, I don't know about you guys, but if you're playing around and you get a phone call or something, it's distracting you on the course. If you're playing hot, all of a sudden after you hang up that phone, the next couple holes don't go so well. So those little distractions, man, could play a big factor for them. So I'm thinking someone else is gonna jump up in the leaderboard today or this weekend. So we'll see.
Fun fact, I didn't realize that. I thought it was her that filed the papers for Rory. Rory is the one that filed the papers, bro.
Yeah, he did it Monday.
So it might have been she might have been a pain in the ass these last couple of years, and really
he's going to get that live money. He wants to make sure she doesn't get half of that.
Okay. Okay. I love that concept.
You can see the writing on the wall. All right.
Yeah, man.
Oh, we had Bryson DeChambeau led 3 rounds and then he flopped on, and everybody was making fun of him because live guys can't play 4 rounds, blah blah blah. But I think this course, Valhalla, is honestly going to play in Bryson's favor again because he could just come out and smash it, bro. The whole front 9 is wide open. It really is. The back nine plays like it's a little tighter. It's like I guess it's from what I read, it's like 2 different courses, kind of like Freer Park. You got the front 9 of Freer Park that's way tighter, the gauntlet, and then you go to the back 9, it's wide open, kind of like the opposite here. So Bryson might be able to come out and just smash in the front 9, go all out because there's not really too much you could get in trouble, I don't think. So I like Bryson again. I don't know.
Brooksy,
yeah, I don't know. Someone else has to come in the top though. They got to mix it up a little bit here. Just
DJ dropped. So DJ was up there like I don't remember what he was for the Masters, but he's plus 8,000 now. He's down there as a long shot. And I mean, he didn't show up at Augusta.
No, not at all.
So that's what everybody's questioning. Yeah. Sahith Theegala, he's another good one. He's plus 6,500. I know.
Really?
I know Mikey loves him.
Yeah, I like.
I always, when I was gambling, I always like going in the middle of the pack, a little more bang for the buck. To take Scotty at plus 450 or Rory at plus 750, there's just not enough money to take back for what you have to do to win a golf tournament.
Yeah.
I want, the big plus 6,000, plus 8,000, because those guys win.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting weekend.
Give me a winner. I'm gonna take Bryson because he's gonna come back with redemption after leading after 3 rounds and totally crashing on Sunday. I think he's gonna keep it together for 4 rounds. I got DeChambeau. Mikey, who do you got?
Brooks
Koepka for what would that be? Would that be his 4th or 5th PGA Championship? Rick, look that up real quick. I'm curious. I know he has 2 in a row, and then I feel like it was 2 in a row in like 2016 and 2017. I think he has 4 under his belt, 4 PGA Championships. I think a PGA Championship is where Brooksy comes to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do I think we got? I think I'll go with Rahm. I'll see. I think Rahm might have a weekend. He's due for a good weekend.
He is, and you know what? He might have had a lot going on as well in Augusta. So I know he was taking a lot of heat for going to live, and people were definitely probably talking under their breath in the locker room in Augusta, when he was walking through, because when he won it the year before, he was on PGA. It's just a different vibe. They don't like that still, so I'm sure he had a lot on his mind, but he's not going to give a shit here at the PGA Championship. He's going to come out and play. So yeah, Mikey brought it up.
9 PGA Tour wins.
We go to the majors down at the very bottom. PGA Championship.
This is Brooksy, right?
Brooksy, yeah. So he won in 2018 and 2019, and then in 2023. And then he won in the back-to-back U.S. Opens, 2017 and 2018. So I knew he won two back-to-back majors, which
2019 he was on fire.
Tied for second in the Masters. He won the Open in 2009. Oh, no, he didn't. He tied for 4th in the Open. So yeah, he's due again. I like Brooksy. I like Brooksy. I like Bryson. I like Max Homa. Speaking of Homa, I was telling Mikey earlier, freaking Bobby Fairways is hanging out with him now. The dude's hanging out with everybody.
My hero.
My hero. He's here.
My hero. Everybody.
That's a soundbite we got to get on the board. So like when you're doing something, you can just hit the button.
Oh my God. It's
my
too
hero.
funny.
He's here.
All right. I don't want to. So the last podcast, Roger went like an hour and 45 minutes. So
was that did you have the golf week included in that one? Or
yeah. And then the golf week didn't go on. It's just we had the RPI and it was an awesome. And like I said before, if it's a good guess, I'm gonna let him keep going. We're gonna keep it rolling. So I think tonight we're gonna have a good guest. So I don't want to keep this opening segment too long. So let's get into our Cape Cod course of the week. All right, brother, which is a short par 3 course, but a beautiful one in South Yarmouth. It's called Blue Rock Golf Course.
I thought you were doing Brunswick Greens.
No, buddy.
It's a winery, bro.
All right. Here, check it out. Blue Rock Golf Course in South Yarmouth, Cape Cod. Blue Rock Golf Course is fun for all ages and abilities. It's perfect for new golfers to learn the game and for veteran golfers to use every club in their bag. The course is open to the public and offers memberships with practice range, 2 putting and chipping greens, and a full-service pro shop. Blue Rock Golf Course measures 3,000 yards in length from the professional tees and features 4 picturesque and challenging water holes. Holes range from 103 to 255 yards, within the 9th hole as the signature hole. At 169 yards over water to a kidney-shaped green, this hole was named one of Cape Cod's 18 bests. Blue Rock Golf Course. It is a beauty. I played it. You saw the picture of my dad and I, and he loves it over there because it's a par 3 course.
Yeah, was that the course that you did your dad's little the fucking
Curb Your Enthusiasm. It
yeah.
was where you couldn't get the
couldn't get the tee in the tee.
Anyone listening to this has to check my Instagram page out, the Upstate Golf Guys podcast page. I made a funny reel of my dad. It took him about a full minute to get the tee in the ground and the ball on the tee. So I put it to the...
And he was straight, bro.
I put it to the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme opening song, and it just went perfect. The club drops. He switches balls. It's like it's the ball's fault. Switches tees. Oh God, it was
Shout
too
out
funny.
to Jerry.
But yeah, that was actually that round at Blue Rock. But let's see what our boys, the Cape Cod Golf Guys, have to say on their review on Blue Rock. As always, it's a plush, family-friendly option that is still challenging for the serious golfer. For the design, they gave a birdie. A true 18-hole par 3 course. Most of these holes would be perfectly suited as par 3s on a typical course. Perfect for the once-a-year, short-on-time vacation round. Can be played from just over 2,000 yards to tipping out at just under 3,000 yards. A small nitpick. Many of the middle holes feel awfully similar. With similar yardage, ideally, we would like to see a bit more variety in distance. Playability. They gave a birdie. Playing a par 3 course might make you think you're in for a walk in the park. There's certainly some of that at Blue Rock, but there's also several very intimidating shots that will force you to pay extra attention. While serving as a family-friendly option, it is still challenging for the serious golfer. Views. Birdie. This pristine course condition paired with the on-course water surrounding landscaping and multiple bridges creating some Instagram-worthy views. 5. Birdie. We got the feeling that the course priorities might be trending to more about the Instagram photo than the pure golf experience. But we understand that the resort courses serve as a purpose and Blue Rock has become a vacation destination for multiple generations. This guy. Condition. Eagle. They're getting a good score here, brother. Condition. Eagle. The condition is always
Do you
plush.
agree with him?
I do.
You played that.
I do. I'm telling you, it's beautiful. I could show you pictures to prove it. Condition is always plush, even during a drought. It is truly one of the better manicured courses on the Cape. Everywhere you look is green. Mikey, you're not going to be happy with this one, though. The 19th hole, they gave a par. The 19th isn't spectacular, but will certainly get the job done. It's no captain's restaurant, but little cafe, little food, little spot to get a drink at the turn.
Dog and cheeseburger is all you really need at the turn, man.
Yeah, you'll get that there. You'll be all right. I honestly do love this course. One of the nicest par 3 courses I've ever played. Definitely nicer than Brunswick Greens, Raj. I mean,
not too many that aren't.
Brunswick Greens is a short second to the nicest par 3 I've ever played. Actually.
Yeah.
So
I can't believe the conditions of these course. My childhood course.
It's ruined. Ruined. There's ant hills all over the greens. What are they doing?
The best Facebook review I've ever seen.
So Kareem Jondley had the chance to buy Brunswick Greens in like 2007, he said, for $300,000, and that's including the restaurant.
Wow.
Could have bought the whole for like he said it was an insane deal. They were giving it away.
If they took care of that course, dude, it could be a gold mine, though.
Could be
dude,
beautiful.
for $300,000, you could.
Yeah.
That's a good investment.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. This was back. I think it was back with like the crash and everything. And
yeah.
You get things for real cheap, but I think Kareem could have really now with what he's doing in Troy, he could have done some big things with Brunswick Greens. And
dude, I don't think par 3 courses last around here because Hiawatha is another one that's gone.
Everybody goes to Mill Road. Everybody. That place is always packed.
Yeah, Mill Road is fire. Mill Road, deservingly so. There really is truthfully beautiful over there at Mill Road. They do a great job. They're building a new clubhouse too. You know, they're not gonna have that shed you go up to.
Oh, really? I've only played there once. I'm not a big fan of par threes. I just don't. When I come back to a regular course, I just play so bad, and it takes me like a week. I'm in a little slump right now. I had a tough couple days out here.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm feeling good about this Sunday, brother. I think I'm gonna bring home the trophy at Eagle Crest.
Nice course. Make sure you play from the right tees this time.
Yeah, maybe I'll break an 80 shooting from the right tees, hopefully.
That's a tough course though. Like they don't really mark that well. I play there in the fall a lot, and nothing's really marked up, so that is a tough course.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm feeling good. And the next week I'm going to the Cape for a week, so I'll be playing out there a couple times. Playing with my dad at Highland Links, the one on the ocean. He actually mentioned that. He's like, let's play the one in Truro. So I'd love those views. So he's his treat. We're going out there the Saturday of Memorial Day weekend, and then I'll probably play around by myself, the captains, during the week sometime.
Nice.
So I'm excited about that. But yeah, I want to.
You're not gonna try and get on fucking Ocean's Edge.
No, I'm not even.
Go pull that card, dude.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Do you know who I am? I'm the host of the Upstate Golf Guys.
Absolutely.
Well, they know me now. They remember me, but I don't know. I don't want to do that.
I'm Anthony Farina.
Too much effort. All right. Speaking of Cape Cod, I want to wrap things up because I have our guest coming on, which we're going to be talking about Cape Cod a lot. I appreciate you hopping on for a few minutes, Raj, and giving me your
I'm going back to bed.
Prediction. All right.
You could have stayed there, bro.
Yo, I literally
you need some sleep, man.
My wife walked in. She goes, "Yo, aren't you supposed to be somewhere?" I said, "What time is it?" She's like, "Almost 7." I was like, "Oh man."
Yeah,
like,
and then you looked at your phone and you saw that we texted you 8 million times.
Yeah, and my phone, the worst part is like once I'm out because my phone was on my shoulder. Like I was asleep on the couch with my phone on my shoulder in case I did fall asleep. I set an alarm and everything. I slept right there.
Yeah, slept right there. Go back to bed.
I knew it. Dude.
Go back to bed.
Mikey, I'll see you Sunday, buddy.
We'll be back. We'll be back after the short break with Rebecca Cutter.
I don't think the head stuff started yet. I think we're all right.
Rewind to the spring of 2020. COVID lockdown was at its peak. My wife and I were scrolling through for a new show when we came across Hightown. Come to find out, it takes place in our favorite vacation spot, our home away from home, Cape Cod, which we saw in the opening credits. We instantly gained interest as the show starts with a bang and continues with nonstop, edge-of-your-seat suspense. Today with me, we have the creator of the show, Rebecca Cutter. Thanks for coming on, Rebecca.
Thanks for asking me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. I'm a huge fan. This is normally a golf podcast, but we also have a little hashtag 518 Golf's the Cape. So we talk a lot about Cape Cod, and this show is Cape Cod. I'd like to ask first, what made you choose Cape Cod to be the setting of this amazing show that you created?
Well, I grew up outside of Boston, and I grew up going to Provincetown every summer. My parents were like, I don't know why they chose Provincetown. They were this straight couple, but they started going to Provincetown in the 70s. So I went there my whole life, and I love it. And then I just totally by chance married a man from Brewster. And so then I sort of started to see other parts of the Cape, and his father was a fishery service agent. I kind of had that idea for a lead character. And then the opiate epidemic hit, and I started hearing stuff about the Cape being hit really hard. And it just kind of, I was already a TV writer at that point, and it just kind of hit all my interests. And I always wanted to shoot on Cape Cod. I think it's just like the most beautiful place, especially I love Provincetown. So everything just kind of came together at the right time where I had the idea, and it all fit. But I had tried to write other things for P-Town and it never worked.
Okay, yeah, this really came together perfect with you're right, the Cape Cod has been a problem. Even, I mean, the whole country now is bad with the opioid crisis. But Cape Cod has been bad, especially like in the off season. Locals, there's really not much to do, I feel like, in the wintertime, so it's
and
terrible.
That's something I remember hearing about as when I was a kid, that there was problems with that in the off season.
Yeah, right.
Way before the epidemic. So
100%. Right. So you're right. And it's funny you say your parents loved Provincetown. And as a straight couple, my uncle got married in Provincetown to a woman. But they just fell in love with this bed and breakfast and the owners there. And we all took a family big bus. My uncle rented a party bus and we went to P-Town. And it was awesome. This was back when I was in high school, so late 90s. And it was a ton of fun. But it's.
I also got married in Provincetown.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. Got married at the monument. So
I love it. I love it. Yeah. I mean, so you've been vacationing in Cape Cod well before you wrote the show? You go out?
I don't know. Literally since I was a baby, we always went to the same place in P-Town, this place called the Masthead Motel on Commercial Street on the West End. And then since I've been dating my husband since late 90s, I guess. So I've been going to Brewster, staying with him. So
is that where? So you're a fan of Smitty's ice cream? Is that where you gave them a shout out in the show?
I actually didn't write that line, but I don't think I've been to Smitty's. I don't know what it is. One of my writers must have just Googled it because
that's too funny.
That sounds real.
I have had Smitty's. There's a couple locations out there at the Cape, but actually my favorite go-to ice cream place is Sunday School. There's a couple.
I've been to Sunday School for sure. Yeah,
they're great. And then another one is the Cape Cod Creamery, which I think they make their homemade ice cream like right on site. So good, so good.
So much ice cream on the Cape.
Absolutely. So do you visit Bruce, since your husband is from Brewster? Like, do you visit the town of Brewster?
Stay at his mom's house, and his dad lives in Dennisport. So yeah,
love it. Yeah, our favorite place to go for the beaches is actually the Brewster Bay beaches, especially with the kids. I don't know if you've ever been over to like the Crosby Beach or
Robbins Hill. We go a lot. Yeah.
The Brewster Flats are just so fun for the kids because they can run and run and run. And it's like when the tide goes out, there's little tide pools.
Yeah.
So it's really beautiful. I love it. We really don't travel too far outside of Brewster. I really should, because all of the Cape is beautiful. We go to Provincetown. We make one day trip to Provincetown, but it's about 45 minutes. So packing the kids up, it's a thing. But we love it. So I have to ask a couple of Hightown questions.
Okay.
What was it like working with the famous Jerry Bruckheimer?
Jerry's great. I mean, I won't say that he was like on set on the daily. Like, that's not really his role. He's much more,
behind the scenes,
off doing a Tom Cruise movie. But he was super supportive right from the very beginning. He loved the script. He supported it. He helped put the cast together. And he has really good taste. And he like left me alone to make the thing. And then once in a while you get a call like, hey, I think this thing needs to change. And it's like, okay, well, he saved it up. And so
that's huge. Seeing his name on the credits is really, it's awesome. When I saw Jerry Bruckheimer was part of this, if you look up his credentials, he's literally Hollywood.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what made you guys go to Wilmington for season 3? I'm just curious.
We actually went season 2 and 3.
Okay.
So we shot in New York season 1, and so our stages were in Queens, but then we would have to drive like an hour and a half out to Long Island to get anything that looks anything like Cape Cod. So that was exhausting and just really added to long days. And then COVID hit, and then I think it's cheaper to shoot not in New York or LA anyway. So I think there was already maybe a push to move production. But then with COVID, everyone was like, we came back shooting in October 2020. So we were like on the early side of people coming back. And it was just like, we can't shoot in New York. Everything's going to get shut down all the time. It's going to be a nightmare. And so that was the reason. But then we moved there and it's like gorgeous. And even my husband was like, these beaches are like maybe nicer than Cape Cod. So I would suggest you check out North Carolina beaches. It's pretty
okay. Yeah. It's pretty for somebody that's a Cape Cod native to say that.
They're really beautiful. And the water's really warm too.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to Hilton Head, which is in South Carolina, but Hilton Head for a golf tournament in October. So that's my first time in the Carolinas. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
For sure. So obviously, you just mentioned you filmed through COVID. What were some of the challenges filming through COVID? I mean, it was probably a nightmare. I know you guys got delayed. I know everything was just kind of up in the air for a while.
Yeah. We had pretty good luck. We didn't season 2 when we were shooting like deep in COVID. I mean, I think one time we got shut down for a week and not even like none of the cast even had gotten sick. It was just like they were a close contact of somebody, but it just sucks. It sucks being on a set with people and we were wearing KN95s and the face shields and you're trying to like communicate to somebody and you're supposed to be 6 feet away. And like, especially I have a little like lady's voice, like nobody can hear you if you have all that shit on. Excuse my French.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
I saw the pictures and the shields and especially like you want to see everybody's facial expressions, and it's tough for sure, but you guys did a great job working through that. I rave about your show. I really do. The chemistry of the cast. I mean, I follow the whole cast on Instagram, and I feel like you guys just have so much fun hanging out, partying in the after scenes. It's a great group of people.
It's true, and that's really how it was too. Like, I mean. I couldn't have asked for a better. I mean, they were all so talented. They were so eager to be there. Like no one had an attitude of like, oh, I'm doing these people a favor. It was like everybody was excited about the material, wanted to be there, especially then in COVID. It's like we had to be family because people weren't allowed to fly in and out for the weekend. Right, so it was like you were there, you were in it to win it. We were only allowed to hang out with each other. So
who is your all right? So maybe you might get in trouble for answering this question, yelled at, but who is your favorite character you created?
Oh gosh. I mean,
they're all awesome.
I love Jackie, obviously. I mean, she's the heart of this show.
Of course, but I'll tell you mine. I'll tell you. Well, Ocito is like he's
everyone's favorite.
He's everybody's favorite, but you know who's actually my favorite? Is Ed. Everybody needs an Ed. Everybody needs an Ed. He's just so supportive. Literally Jackie's crutch, and he's just awesome. He's like
the relationship. That's a very, very special part of the show.
For sure. Is he
like an unlikely duo? I love Renee. I love that actress. I think she brought so many. It could have just been the stripper, but I think she's like such a talented actress that you always
season 3 brought in a lot. You brought in a lot of good actresses. Who was oh god, the crazy girl, the girlfriend,
season 3, Frankie's girlfriend.
Yes,
that woman could act too.
She is a great actress, like psycho actress, but like so good. Really awesome.
Sorales is the name of the actress. And what was the fuck was her name? Rachel. It was Rachel. Yes. Okay. God, I mean, I only feel like I should know.
By the way, you could totally curse on this podcast if you like. Go back. I'm sure you have no interest, but like we have some episodes where it's just me and my guys, and we don't have guests, and we're just hanging out, bullshitting, and we curse up a storm. So like if we're golfers,
I don't usually care, and I figure if you watch Hightown, then you don't care either.
Oh my god, totally. Yeah. It's awesome edge of your seat. A lot of sex, a lot of drugs. Awesome show. But so I asked you this, and I don't see it happening, but no chance for a spin-off if somebody else maybe picks you up.
Yeah, look, never say never. I mean, if it goes to another platform and gets a huge audience, then of course
Do you have something in mind? Like, because you did leave it open. You left it. I don't want to talk.
Well, I
about
would love to do a season 4 or like a season 4 movie because, as you saw, it definitely ends in a place where it leaves people wanting more. And it very clearly sets up a situation of what that could be about. So that's one option.
Yeah.
But I always said if there was actually going to be like a spin-off, like a true spin-off, I would say Osito and Charmaine.
I love them too. I love Charmaine too. Like every cast member on the show has something special.
Yeah.
You truly picked. Now, is that when you do casting? Do you sit there? Is it like what we see in movies? Like, do you sit there and they try out? And do you have a group of people that pick the cast members? You have a team.
So even season 1, even before COVID, a lot of it is on tape. So they'll go, okay, here's here's a list of Renee's, and you get, the casting directors have already weeded through a bunch of people. Well, in the old days, actors would go into the casting director's office and the casting director would tape them. So it was in person on that end. They'd weed out a bunch of bads. They would send us 20 goods. And then we would say, oh, I like these 5 or whatever. And then you would have callbacks where I would go into the office in person. They would come in. So maybe you'd have 3 people would get callbacks. That's for some of the roles. And then after that, once we were actually shooting in New York, then we had local New York casting, and then it was all on tape. But yeah, for the series regulars, we would go in and do callbacks and chemistry reads. So like Monica read with all the junior callback people, and you can see how they are together. So I was
so I don't want to say anything for listeners that are going to come listen, but
juniors, well, find it now. It's off the air, so you can
listen. I did some homework. You can find it right now on YouTube, which is right here behind me. You can find it on
all 3 seasons or just
Apple TV. No, all of them on Apple TV and Google Play. So you're out there. You're out there, Rebecca. You're okay.
You have to pay for it.
You do have to pay for it, and I'm sure you get a piece. You got to get a piece of that, though. $1.99 an episode or something, but it's worth.
Yeah, I got to call my agent and find out.
Yeah, find out about that. It's well worth $1.99 an episode.
So that was on Apple and YouTube.
Yes. Yep. Okay. Apple TV and YouTube.
My new actors for my new show was like, I didn't get to finish. I have to find it. So I was like,
yes. So tell me a little bit about your new show. It's very exciting.
Yeah. It's a total Rebecca Cutter joint again. I mean, sex and murder and violence, and it's really fun. But it takes place in Texas, and it's based on a book called The Hunting Wives. It's about like these sort of rich Southern Texas ladies who shoot guns and drink. They're all sort of rich housewives. And then there's a lot of sort of behind the scenes sex, dalliances, affairs, lesbian intrigue. And then there's a murder, which kind of like blows everything up. So it sounds
a little bit like Hightown.
Yeah, it's just not as gritty. It's more like rich people behaving badly instead of poor people behaving.
I love it. Something sounds like my wife would really be interested in it. Is it out? When is it? Is it out now?
No, we're shooting now the first season, so it'll be out sometime in 2025.
Great, you're gonna keep me posted, and I'll see you on social media. Yes. I'm sure advertising it. But that's great. So you're the showrunner, which is basically you created it. You're the producer. You run the show, right? That's what showrunner means.
Yeah, basically, more or less.
You're the boss.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I love it. So, So if you had one word of advice to a young
podcaster / golfer.
Right. No, if you had right. Listen, I'm just an amateur. I just started this thing. But for somebody that's going through school to be either a producer or acting or wants to be in Hollywood, give them one word of advice. Give them some Rebecca Cutter advice.
Well, I guess I'd primarily consider myself a writer. So I would say, but for any of those things, I would say find projects or write projects that you're passionate about that are really specific to you. That doesn't mean that they have to be about your life or your world, but like something that like you have a really strong take on, or that you really have a perspective on that's fresh, because then you always have like a through line that is like the thing you're trying to say and that you're passionate about. And like these things take so long to get off the air, to like get going and get on the air and get on the runway. It's like you have to be passionate about something to stick with it.
100%.
So
100%.
like find those things. Don't chase like, oh, this sounds like it's sort of like CSI, so I should do it because that was a hit. Like
All
go
right.
find the thing that's like your thing.
And last question. Since this is a golf podcast.
I've never golfed.
Never golfed? Okay, that was one question.
Yeah.
And do you watch any of the major tournaments, like ever, like the Masters, Sunday when Tiger won, anything? No. Mini golf?
I've mini golfed, and I did go golfing in LA once. I just remembered, actually.
All right, there you go. Was it like probably a benefit tournament, scramble type thing?
No, this was years ago. It was just like me and some friends. We just went.
All right, because a lot of people will just go do like the benefit scramble tournaments, like people that never golf, and they'll just. I run a benefit tournament.
Okay, well, I'll come to yours.
You will?
Sure.
Come on, I love it.
I'm very competitive in sports, so like it bothers me to not be good at something the first, so like.
Yeah, and listen, my parents are booked through like they literally they rent. I actually yell at them. I'm mad because they don't give us any time during summer. Like
it's gonna make that money.
They rent it out. They do well with it. But we go in the off season. This is our time. But if you're ever interested, Rebecca, to go back to Brewster, you would probably love Ocean Edge because it's very fancy. Look it up. Is it houses or is it like a big?
So we're in the golf club. I mean,
on a golf course. It's condos on a golf course. We're on the 8th hole, but there's the mansion, which has like 3 restaurants. It has the terrace, which is absolutely beautiful. Very expensive, very richy. Then there's like a burger place.
Basil. You stay in the condo. Are you on the beach?
No. Okay. You are literally the beaches we like where you do have to get in your car, but it's probably 2 miles, 1.5 miles.
Basic.
At the most. It's nothing. But I just think I could see you loving Ocean Edge and loving the.
I've driven by it 1,000 times. It's gorgeous.
You have. Yeah, it's got the 2 big mansions. The 2.
Yes. I don't know where the condos are, but I've seen the.
Yes, they're on the other side.
Okay.
But yeah, if you're ever interested, Rebecca, you did me this honor of coming on. We'll hook you up. We'll take care.
All right, thank you. Well,
absolutely.
Be there in a month or 2, but I'm sure it's booked.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, summertime is I love the summertime. Like they have the Cape Cod Baseball League out there. I haven't been out there.
I've been to one of those games.
Yeah, they're a ton of fun. So I was literally we just had
Whitecaps. What?
Bruce, that's it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge played for the Brewster Whitecaps.
Right there.
So we have dinner at my parents every week. We're very tight family now. My sister comes over, but my sister was on board with me too. We were like yelling at my parents. We're like, you literally save no time in the summertime for the family. Like we go to the beach and we're freezing. We try to go into the ocean in May. I'm like, let us go in July and August. So my mom is working on my dad a little bit of giving us.
I did a January 1st plunge in Brewster.
Wow.
The whole family does. They do it every year. I did it once. So I was like, yeah.
That's awesome. So when's the next time you're going to be in Brewster? You said you're going this summer?
Yeah, after I wrap here, I'm going to be there and awesome. early July.
Nice. Well, listen, Rebecca, I know your time is very valuable. I know you just got home from a busy day of filming. I can't thank you enough for.
No problem. Thank you for asking me. I appreciate it. I love talking about Hightown. I love talking about the Cape. So
absolutely, yeah, and this will be. I think we'll get a lot of listeners from the Hightown family. I'll definitely send the link to Osito and Kate Miller. She's really another cool one. Awesome. I didn't give her a shout out.
Yep, love her.
Detective or DA Shaw. She's a really sweet girl too. What I love about your whole cast is they're very responsive to fans, which is really cool.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get that in big Hollywood, like you said, with like the Tom Cruise movies, and
Yeah.
You message one of those guys, you'll get ghosted.
It's true.
But,
We're a small show that could, and we were all in it together, and we wanted to spread the word. So that's.
And you guys are really, really, really good people. So anyone listening, please, please, please go on YouTube, go on Apple TV.
If you like The Wire, if you like Breaking Bad, if you like The Sopranos, I feel like those are good comps.
100%. Honestly, and I told you, I'm not making this up. My 3 favorite shows now is my number 1 favorite show is Breaking Bad. I think it was it was so well written, and again, the cast, and just it was geniusly put together. It's final season, final episode. And then, of course, Sopranos is my number 2 favorite. And my number 3 favorite show, I swear to you, is Hightown.
Thank you.
So you're up there with 2 pretty.
I really appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I know. And no one's heard of it. It's sad. It's like,
I just,
of course, I'm biased.
And I was so.
It's actually really good, guys. You should try it.
It's so good. It's so good. And I'm not just saying it because I love Cape Cod. I'm not just saying it because you guys are awesome and my friends. It truly, truly is. Every episode ends and you're like, shit, what's going to happen here? Yeah. And you have to wait. Like we were watching it week to week where when it would drop, we had to wait another week. And it's really edge of your seat, like what happens next type of show for sure. Go support Rebecca Cutter and Hightown and go find it on one of those 3 platforms, because Starz, I'm really mad at Starz. I don't want to get into it, but I know you're working with
and I'm mad too, believe me.
I know I don't want to get into it too much, but it did not be deserved to be dropped by Starz. There's way worse shows out there. I mean, like I said, this is my top 3 favorites. So
well, thank you so much, Anthony.
Shout out to you. And anybody listening, again, thank you for tuning in to an episode of the Upstate Golf Guys Podcast, where 518 golfs the Cape.